and this is all for students, okay, students, we've talked about all these issues. Now, we can either sit passively and do nothing, or figure out that somebody else is going to do something, or you can make a difference. Each student can make a difference. And how are you going to do that? What are you going to give back to your culture? What are you going to give back to your community so that these issues of prejudice, bigotry, discrimination, we would hopefully be gone. But what can we do to address them and to get rid of them?
The goal is not to teach people to use their filter when speaking, but to change their core understanding so the filter is not needed.
So I want to do an exercise on the privilege walk. Has anyone ever done the privilege walk in this room? Okay, a couple of folks. All right. And what that exercise is it helps you look at your lens of who you are. And once you understand your lens, then it helps you to understand the lens of others and be a little bit more understanding. If your ancestors were forced to come to the USA not by choice, take one step back. If your primary ethnic identity is American, take one step forward. If you were ever called names because of your race, class, ethnicity, gender, or sexual orientation, take one step back.
And you push for it. The way we're pushing is through structural and systemic, identifying structural and systemic barriers that have been so long-standing everybody thinks they're normal. They never question it, don't see it. So our obligation is actually to uncover it.
Can you imagine, how would you feel if you were in Rwanda and saw one other white person? Right? Okay? Well, how do you feel if you're a native student and you find one teacher who's really willing to be there for you and listen to you and understand you? You know, it only takes that one teacher to make a difference in your life that you will never forget in your life. And I hope that you kind of walk away from today just understanding that, yeah, I already knew all this, but I got to figure out a way to implement it in my classroom more effectively, and I think that's what I've been trying to do in my whole life is how I know this stuff, but how do you live it? You know, that's the challenge, I think, is to get it out there and have it really become real in your lives and the lives of built. Again, your circle of influence. That word, circle of influence, is so important because you're teachers, so your influence is